This is going to sound weird, maybe a little narcissistic, but I don't know how to start this video otherwise. I don't know how to give you the hook or set the hook and make you watch the whole thing. I guess the best way to start is to say that AI has changed my life for the better. There's a lot of positive things about AI, but it's also scary at the same time. And as I go through this video, I'm going to explain what the scariest parts are. And it's something no one is talking about on the internet in mass. You can find little videos here and there, but for the most part, if you're not on the side of it's going to be utopia, or if you're not on the side that it's all screwed up and all going to hell and society's going to burn, you don't seem to get a lot of views. I'm telling you, I've been going through YouTube, just doing research for videos, trying to come up with some ideas for some shorts, some sketches, some AI stuff. I've been just trying to come up with some of this stuff just to get myself going and give myself a plan for 2026. And then it dawned on me. AI is being used as a weapon, not necessarily the tools, but the letters AI are being used as a weapon. I'll give you an example. I want you guys to go and look for yourselves. If you don't believe me, let me turn off the speaker here. Go look for yourselves at the federal government database for HB1 visas. Okay. That's, if you don't know what HB1 visa is, basically bringing people from foreign countries, cheaper labor, and bringing them over to the United States on a work visa. Okay. Their immigration status is tied to the job that they have here in the United States. Okay. So Amazon is announced layoffs of 14,000 corporate jobs due to transformative AI or generative AI. But if you go look at the federal government's database, Amazon, between all its affiliation and corporations, have requested 14,000 HB1 visas. I'm being quiet as so you could process that. Let me say that again another way. So Amazon is unloading or laying off during the holiday season 14,000 American corporate employees or folks that already are working in the United States. Maybe they're green card holders or maybe they're already HB1 visa holders, okay? And they are bringing in 14,000 workers to the United States from a foreign country and giving them a job, but yet their reason is generative AI. I want you to go and ask. I challenge every one of you, go ask ChatGPT if AI is ready to take over a company's corporate day-to-day operations. Go ask every single AI source like ChatGPT. Like I use Centra AI. I use ChatGPT. I look deep, whatever it is. I ask every one of them, and the answer will shock you. I'm not going to spoil the answer for you. Go ask him, and you're going to be shocked at the answer. Look, I run a lot of stuff with AI, okay? And a lot of it is free and available AI. Is it going to replace me? No. But what it has done is it's replaced, and I want you to bear with me because I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. It's replaced the guy who makes my thumbnails, which the guy that made my thumbnails was already retired and done. And I was looking for somebody else at the time. And then I started making my own thumbnails, which is a pain in the butt. But now I can simply ask 3 AI programs and they generate a image, and I take that image, put it into Canva and tweak it. That's really what a lot of this AI stuff is going to get rid of. It's getting rid of a lot of freelance stuff. And I was talking to a person when I was driving, because I drive Uber at night, which I don't drive Uber as much because of AI. And this lady was working for a magazine, and the magazine laid her off, but she wasn't a permanent employee. She was a freelance writer. And unfortunately, they don't think they need her anymore. But then you need to also look on the flip side of the coin. There are a lot of companies out there that need a bump in stock price. So they're going to bring in. So if this is true, I'm not saying it's true, but if it's true, and Amazon really laid off 14,000 American workers, whether they're a resident, a citizen, a visa holder, to bring in cheaper labor from a foreign country in the name of generative AI, that's more scary than AI itself. We can adapt as an economy, as a human race, to technology as it grows. If you actually look at the world has transformed so many times in the last 150 years. It normally took thousands of years, but technology just keeps on going, right? Like eventually, probably not in my lifetime, but maybe in my grandchildren's lifetime, when grandchildren come, you probably will have half the cars, half the vehicles will be automated with a human supervisor. You have a lot of guys and a lot of folks out there that the scariest part about AI is social media is using it to make money. That's the scariest part. So it's bad enough that we have social media dividing us on political topics and keeping us divided in the name of clicks, views, and money. But it's even worse that now they're doing it with AI. And now these billionaire tech companies now have found an excuse to go get more cheap labor instead of paying Americans a decent wage in the name of greed and generative, transformative, utopic AI. What are your thoughts?